iFILM, London, iFILM.
Thank you, Richard, and good afternoon, everybody. I've just got lots of information to give you as I go along. First and foremost, it was great. Thank you for our meeting last night. It was good to see you guys. We're very humble guys. Came down, waited. Fantastic hotel, the Mayfair Hotel. You've seen this room. They're really looking after us. And Nick Stevens from the Mayfair Hotel, who is in the room somewhere, who's helped us tremendously put all this together very, very quickly. And I'd like to thank Nick as well. I think he's in the back somewhere. So plus he's giving the food out, which a lot of you left. So he's not happy with that. So you need to take away the food with you. On a serious note, you know, when we went to Washington and we had a walk around, and you know, Richard touched on where we went to see Hillary Clinton. I was absolutely gobsmacked the amount of people stopped Amir Khan. I know we're going into somebody's own backyard. We know that. Amir's giving that away. But we also feel that we're going into his front yard as well, because the amount of people that stopped Amir knew he was a world champion fighting on HBO and being promoted by Golden Ball promotion. Everybody talking about the Jabjuda fight. What a great fight, they were saying. It was absolutely brilliant. Stopping, taking pictures. We liked the place when we were there. We stopped there for a few days and we had a great time. We went across, and then Amir came back and started the negotiations with Richard Schaefer, and hence how we came about with this fight. Like Richard said, we only last night confirmed it's the Washington Convention Center where the fight's going to take place. We were working very hard to try and get a venue. We had two options, so that's information that's not on anywhere, but now it's the Washington Convention Center where the fight will take place. We also want to thank Golden Boy and HBO for giving us the opportunity once again to work with us. It's going to be great working with us. We've had a bit of a break. The family's had a break and we've had a break, but we're cracking to get back into it again. I also will announce the travel and the ticket options. We've not had the time to do that, but that will come out in due course. We'll put the packages together. We took around 4,000 fans plus across to for the Jabjuda fight in Vegas. And with this being a shorter flight, we anticipate a lot more fans going across, and I'm sure we'll have a good crowd behind us as well. Just like to acknowledge MNC Saatchi's, who are our new PR agents. They're working very closely with Amir, and they're in attendance as well. So any future work we do and any profile building, MNC Saatchi's have come on board with Team Khan. So that's a great addition in the UK and also in the US as well. That's me with everything. Good luck for the fight. We'll look forward to the press conference on Thursday. We hope your hotel's just as nice as this one. Otherwise we're swapping. But we're really looking forward to it. Thank you very much, Richard.
Thank you, Steve. Washington, D.C. is a beautiful city for those who haven't been there, but in December particularly so, with the snow and the lights, and it really is a beautiful destination. So please encourage your readers or viewers to join Amir in the Capital Showdown on December the 10th in Washington. Tickets will be priced very reasonable. You're right, there were a few options available for venues. Two of them were too small with a capacity around 5,000. We needed a bigger venue for that. As I said, it will be a very, very stacked card. It will be an exciting night of boxing. The Verizon Center in Washington, D.C. was booked with a basketball game, so the convention center will be able to accommodate around 12,000 people. We do anticipate a sellout because it is the biggest night of boxing Washington has seen in about 15 or so years. Now to Amir Khan. It's the 5th fight now that Amir and Golden Boy are working together. I think we have built up a very nice relationship, friendship, and I think what we have accomplished together in the United States as well is, as I said before, quite impressive. It started with Paulie Malignaggi at the Madison Square Garden. Then we went back west to Las Vegas in what became Fight of the Year against Marcos Maidana. And then back here in England with Paul McCloskey, moving on to beat world champion and one of the legends of the sport, Sam Judah, back in Las Vegas, and now to the capital, Washington, D.C. I think it is really city by city, fight by fight. Amir Khan is really becoming one of the most popular fighters in the world, in the United States, and his fan base and fan support in the US is growing tremendously. We expect that to continue with this fight here and for many more fights to come. I don't have to now walk you through all of Amir's accomplishments. They're well known. He is, you can see it, the undisputed champion at the 140-pound weight class. He is willing and always able to take on anyone, as is shown here, with his gangster move. And so it's a pleasure and an honor to introduce to you the undisputed 140-pound world champion, Amir King Khan.
Well, thank you all for turning up today. A lot of people have turned up and we've got a lot of press here, so it's brilliant. Looking forward to this fight, December 10th. I've had a nice break, chilled out with my family, went to do my pilgrimage. The last fight against Judah was a good fight. I didn't get hurt or anything, and I felt sharp in that fight, I felt good. And you know, we fixed up the training camp. I'm back working with Alex Saliza and Freddie Roach and everyone. We go back in camp December 10th on Monday. We start training with Freddie, and Freddie's cut the camp short in the Philippines in Manny Pacquiao to be with me and another fighter that he's training Glenorius. But yeah, you know, it's going to be great to train Manny Pacquiao again. As you know, Manny's such a great guy to train with, and I'm sure he can give him some tips to go into this fight against Lamont Peterson. Lamont's a boxer, skilled boxer, also stands there and fights. I remember seeing, I missed his last fight, but I remember seeing him fight against Victor Ortiz, who just fought against Mayweather. And he got a draw against him. Victor did put him down, but the way he come back from that, I mean, you know, he's got a lion's heart. That's one thing. What excites me in this fight is it's going to be exciting. I mean, you know, both fighters have been down. I've been down myself, and I've come back, and I have a big heart. He's just like me. He's a box fighter like himself. So I can see this fight being very technical. Freddie, I spoke to him not long ago when he said we have to stick to a game plan for this fight, which is going to work for me. And he has a strategy to get me through this fight winning. You know, I'm going to be defending my titles, and I don't want to lose these titles. I worked so hard for them. And I remember when I was in Lamont's position, when, you know, I was challenging for a world title fight, and I was training twice as hard. And I know Lamont's going to train very hard for this fight. He wants to win these titles, but you know, I'm going to be training even harder. I know that, you know, it's always harder to keep hold of the titles, and I'm fighting the best fighters in this division. I want to thank Lamont for taking this fight, because we put the fight to Bradley, he turned it down. Another name was Morales, he turned it down. And you know, I just want to fight the best before we move up to 147. I know there's already talks about me fighting the likes of Mayweather and them guys, but you know, I'm not looking too way ahead. I'm taking a step at a time. I've got Lamont Peterson first to fight, and all my training and, you know, my game plan is going to be on one fight, one at a time, and then we see what the future holds for us. But like I said, I just want to say thank you for your, you know, for turning up today, and hopefully it'll be big on December 10th, and we'll bring the title back home. We hope. Thank you.
Okay, so you want to open it up for questions?
First question, please.
Big Manners, Asian Express. Lamont and Barry, how do you guys really think that you're going to get past the speed of Amir Khan? You saw Zab Judah, he's one of the greatest legends, one of the greatest fighters, and at the end of the day, he was just mesmerized. At the end of the day, how do you really think that you guys can get past that speed? That's the question.
You wanted to take that? Yeah. With Zab, yeah, I mean, you can't compare me to Zab. Zab is a much shorter fighter. To me, stylistically, he had no chance in the fight. Timing always beats speed. So, at the end of the day, just to keep it plain and simple, timing beats speed.
And on my side is, you know, Lamont, one of those rare fighters that can fight inside, does have that heart like Amir described. And Lamont is not slow either. Lamont is a boxer that prefers to fight inside, but he can do both.
But the speed factor, again, is up. I mean, I've seen Lamont fight. He's not as fast as that kid.
We're not going to compare speeds. Even if you did, if you actually saw speed, if you wanted to see speed, Lamont can show you speed. But for the most part, again, he just preferred to fight a certain way, but can do both.
At the back, please. Yourself in the room.
John Hartley, Boxing Zone. Who will be broadcasting to the UK?
I'm in talks with a few TV networks. We should announce that in the next couple of days.
Yeah, it'll be another week or so. It's been so fast putting this fight together, so that'll take its time, and we'll come back to everybody in the next week when we come back. At the front, please.
Yeah, question to Barry Hunter, Samara Show about 8 Count News. Last week, Peterson gave an interview to Rope Radio, and he talked about some problems that he had previously. And what kind of different techniques have you been thinking about bringing to the fight, you know, without giving away the game plan? Because Amir Khan, he's improved a lot in these last couple of years.
Yeah, Amir has improved the last few years, and so has Lamont. I think the biggest improvement with Lamont was after the Bradley fight. And if you go back to that fight, after he went down in that fight against Bradley, he got back up and he actually hurt Bradley. But he spent the next 9 or 10 rounds or so taking that one punch knockdown personal. Go back to the Victor Ortiz fight, when he went down in Ortiz fight. Now, had it not been for that Bradley fight, then that Ortiz fight would have been the Bradley fight, if you get what I'm saying. Instead of him taking that punch personal, he became more strategic, and he made the adjustment. As Richard said, he got a draw in that fight. Some say he won the fight. But nevertheless, I saw growth in that particular fight because of the adjustment that was made after the knockdown.
Next question, please.
And then if you give us your thoughts going into the months backyard.
I've always been fighting away from home, you know, when I was an amateur and everything, and this is just another fight for me. I fought Madonna in Vegas, I fought Malanaji in his hometown in New York, and Zab Judah in Vegas where he lives now. So, you know, fighting away from home is okay, and I don't mind. It makes me, you know, try to train a lot harder, because you have to remember that, you know, he's the main attraction in his hometown, but and everyone's going to be watching him. He's probably going to have more support there, but I want to win the fans over there, and that's why I like to go there and fight everywhere around the world, because I want to be a global name. You know, I don't only want to fight in England or Vegas. I want to fight all over, and give my fans a chance to see me fight everywhere.
iFILM, London. iFILM, London.